Hello, Stampers, and welcome to another episode of Make It Monday with me, your host, Laura Buechler of Inkyfingers Papercrafting, here with you again, like I am every Monday, to remind you that creativity is fun, creativity is good for us, and creativity is for everyone. So excited to get creative with you today, and I have something so fun and pretty to show you. We are using items from the Extraordinary Floral Bundle. So let's get started. Let me see. First of all, I want to put this reminder up. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And yes, zoom in on this gorgeous card. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, so let me show you what we're using to make this. We are using the Extraordinary Flora bundle. Actually, you know what? We're not using the stamp set at all, but we are using one of the dies from the bundle. And we are, of course, using the Extraordinary Flora Washi Tape. How gorgeous is this? And it's a huge roll of washi tape. I have already cut up so many of this, and I'll show you exactly how I did that. And created so many pretty cards. So I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Who's excited? I have never done anything like this before on a Make It Monday, so I think it's going to be fun. All right, so let me show you what I do to turn the Extraordinary Flora washi tape into something that I can use for my crafting projects. It's this great big wide roll of tape, and what I do is I cut a piece of basic white cardstock. Oh, thank you, Holly. I also think it's beautiful. Hey, Denise, thanks for tuning in. So I cut myself a big, long piece of basic white cardstock, and I pull off some of this washi tape and spread it over the cardstock. Okay, which you can see I've already done here. And then what I do, and I'll tell you a secret, I just do like 10 or 15 of these at once, because why not, right? And then I take the beautiful coordinating die. I find this piece here is really easy to match up with that piece there, right? Because it doesn't look like anything else. So that gives me a good landmark of where the die lines up. And then I feed that through my die cutting machine, and presto, I end up with a whole bunch of these, right? And they're just ready to stick onto my project. And of course, like I said, I cut a ton of them at once, and then I'm not going to use all of them. So I just keep them in a little baggie inside the stamp set, and then they're ready for when I want to craft. So let's get started with making this card. I'm actually going to start with a piece of die cutting. I'm not going to die cut any more flowers because I got tons of those, but I am going to die cut one little circle out of basic white cardstock. Hey, okay, Holly and Denise, I've got here with me. What kind of creative stuff have you two been up to lately? Tell me in the comments what you've been doing. And while I'm cutting this circle die is from the Spotlight on Nature dies, which came out, I want to say 2 years ago. I could be wrong. They came out a while ago, and they're still current, although the stamp set's now retired. Okay, so with that die set, we have all these gorgeous circles with these beautiful different borders around them. Lots of fun, lots of interesting stuff you can create with that. And what I'm going to do is get my Stampin' Pierce mat and stamp a little sentiment on here. I've got Petunia Pop because the color Petunia Pop is in the Extraordinary Flora flowers, so I thought that would match nicely. And the sentiment I have is You Make Me Smile, which is from Nature's Symphony. Isn't that a great sentiment? I love that. This is a great bundle. So let's see here. Does it seem like I'm going to have a minute to talk? No, I'm going to have to do some crafting and then talk while I'm crafting. All right, I have got a card base and some beautiful Buechler Designer Series paper. All I did was I took a piece of this paper that was 4 by 5 1/4, and I cut off 1 inch, and I'm going to use this 1-inch strip on the inside of the card. And this piece is going to go on the front. Okay. All right. Denise is working on a virtual class using Delicate Whispers bundle. Ooh, Delicate Whispers. I'm not even sure which that one is. I've probably seen it and then immediately forgotten about it. And Holly has been working on making cards from the blues. Oh, the beautiful blues card kit. I love that kit. Yes, I have definitely used and enjoyed that kit. Both of your projects sound amazing. Okay, I'm going to pop this one in the center. So one of the reasons I wanted to showcase this Extraordinary Flora bundle to you, and I want to be clear that the bundle, I got mixed up on this actually. The bundle includes the stamp set and the dies, which it's just this great big die here. There we go. So the stamp set and the die is included in the bundle, and the Extraordinary Flora Washi Tape is a separate purchase. But notice, by the way, the Extraordinary Flora Washi Tape can be cut with that die, and there's one giant stamp that creates this whole floral image that you can also cut out with the die. So you could stamp this, you could color it, you could do whatever you want to it. There's lots of different coloring techniques, and then you could die cut it with the same die you saw me for that one. Okay, whew. So I've got my paper on here, I've got my paper on the inside. Now I get to just have some fun with this gigantic pile of floral bits and just lay them out however I want. And I want it to kind of go, well, you know what? Let me be totally honest with you. When I first imagined doing this, I kind of wanted it to go like an S curve, but it didn't really work out that way. And I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm super happy with how this turned out. So I think the vibe is more is more. You know, sometimes the vibe is less is more. Sometimes it's more is more. And this is one of those days. I'm going to open up my card here so it's not sliding all over the place. Okay, and I definitely want some of these great big leafy pieces. And it's going to look chaotic and weird for a while, but the more I add, more is more, the more excellent it will look, right? So while I'm doing that, now I have some time to chat with you all about why I wanted to highlight this bundle today. I think some of you know that I participate in a collaboration called the Bundle of the Month collaboration. And I've been doing that for just over a year, actually, since the Bundle of the Month started just over a year ago, and I joined right at the beginning. And what we do is we choose one bundle every month, and all the participants, there are 16 of us, we create a video tutorial featuring that bundle. So every card designer that's in the group is going to create a beautiful card and then make a 5-minute video of how to make it and write up the tutorial with the measurements. And then the full tutorial gets put together. And there's 2 ways that you can get this tutorial from any of the designers. You can either place a qualifying Stampin' Up! Order in the month that that bundle is featured. And a qualifying order here in Canada is $99. So if you place a $99 order with me this month, you're going to get the bundle of 16 video tutorials for free, and they're all featuring the Extraordinary Flora bundle. Or if you're not able to make an order, either because you live somewhere else other than Canada, or you're already a demonstrator, but you still want to get a hold of all of these amazing tutorials, then never fear. You can go to my inkyfingers.ca/on-demand, which is on the banner on your website or on your screen right now. And you can see the virtual class there, and you can purchase it for just $41 Canadian. And while you're there, you can actually see all the other virtual classes that the Bundle of the Month collaboration has made. And you can choose to purchase as many as you like for $41. Da-da-da. Okay, So this card that we're making today is not the one that's in the tutorial bundle, because of course I'm not allowed to share the card that I made for that specific tutorial. That would be unfair. But I promise that the card I made for the bundle is just as gorgeous as this one. And there are so many other fabulous projects as well. So head to my website, of course, as soon as this video is done, and check that out. Now I'm starting to stick my little bits and pieces down. I find glue dots are the absolute perfect thing for this. And I'm just like, I'm leaning into the chaos here. I'm not too worried. The only thing I want to think about as I'm doing this is not letting these little bits stick too far beyond the card, because then they won't fit in the envelope, right? The card won't fit in the envelope. Okay, Denise says you can never have too many flowers. Yep, true story. True story. And as I start to stick these all down, you'll notice like the line of the designer series paper to the white, it looked so clean and crisp at the beginning, but now it's just getting covered in flowers. And are we sad about that? No, we are not. We love it. Okay, now every once in a while, just for funsies, I'm going to take one of these and put a dimensional on it and pop that onto the card. And so that's going to even pop up more, obviously, than the ones with the glue dots, right? Ta-da! And I'm just going to keep doing this. Oh, this is so soothing. This is what I wish adult coloring made me feel like. Sticking paper together. Speaking of which, I was watching a movie on, I can't remember what streaming service it was. I want to say Prime, but who knows? I was watching a movie on Prime, and one of the male characters said to another male character, "Is your wife still cutting up paper and sticking it together?" Which immediately made me laugh, because it's precisely what I do. And the other character's answer was, "Still scrapbooking? Yeah, she is." Yep, that's what we do, friends. We cut up paper and we stick it together. No problem, right? Okay. Ran out of glue dots on that roll, so I'm grabbing my next roll. So have those of you who are watching today, have you used any of the items from Extraordinary Flora yet? Have you used this washi tape? There's actually, there's another one too. I think it's called Greenery Lane, that's in the spring catalog. Same kind of idea, except it's more like the greenery pieces like this, and I don't think there's any flowers, which sounds like Denise wouldn't like, because, you know, we want to have flowers, right? But it's such a cool idea to like get your, it's essentially like getting designer series paper in a little roll instead of in a sheet. So certainly nothing that I had experimented with before we did it for the Bundle of the Month collaboration, but I really like it. It's kind of funky. Gives you so many different options about how you're going to, well, let's be honest, how you're going to cut it up and put it together, right? Okay, I'm going to put that one there. So many pretty flowers. More is more. Don't worry, I'm going to come back and fill in that little gap there. I'm nowhere close to done. All right. You don't have the washi tape, but do you have the bundle then, Denise? Someone in the Bundle of the Month collaboration pointed out how the stamp set is so, well, it's perfect for a wedding, obviously. It has the, for the extraordinary couple, congratulations, and with love, which you could use all on the same card for a wedding card, right? Or it could be an anniversary card too. There we go. Okay, I think I'm getting close to done. I definitely want to pull in and put a few more pieces with dimensionals on, but we're getting pretty close. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on with dimensionals, and then we'll have a little look and see if there's any space that I need to fill up. Okay, that That's looking good. I want to put this one. Don't have too many of this one going on. So I'm going to put dimensionals on that. At this stage, yeah, I'm completely just talking to myself and grooving through this craft project because, man, it is fun. Okay, how's that looking? I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, so I still have so many left. I can't even guess how many more cards I could make with this pile of goodies that I've created. So let's finish it off with the sentiment and the embellishments. So I want to encourage you, check out inkyfingers.ca/on-demand. Right now, the bundle of the month, like I said, is Extraordinary Flora. So you'll find that on the website. You can get it for free with your $99 or more order this month. And you can take a look at all the bundles that have been featured for Bundle of the Month in the past year and choose to purchase any of them that you would like for $41 each. Instant download on my website. You'll get the PDF download immediately after you purchase, and then the PDF includes the links to all of the videos. Okay, there we go. You make me smile. Oh, I just love that sentiment. Now, and remember we put this little beautiful strip on the inside. Let's add some embellishments. Which embellishments did I grab? I've got the iridescent foil gems. Thank you, Holly and Denise. I also think it looks great. Pretty quick and easy to make, right? And then it looks stunning. All right, let's put that there. And a couple more up here. And I'm going to fill in just a couple little spots here. Do you all know the rule that you're supposed to always have an odd number of embellishments on the card? That's what we got here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why that's the rule, but it is, and I follow it. Sometimes I follow the rules. Sometimes I break them. Okay, so that's our video for this week. Thank you so much for joining me, whether live or on the replay. Don't forget to take some creative time for yourself this week. And if you're looking for supplies, inspiration, or how-to ideas, be sure to check out my website at inkyfingers.ca. I hope you have a great day and happy stamping. Bye-bye.